Hey everyone, Mike Ware here with a option sign tutorial. I've been looking for a tutorial on how to do option signs and I couldn't really find one. The closest I found was Draki's great tutorial on command signs. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, command sign is making a sign here that when right clicked causes something to happen. For instance, creating this water block here. So if I get rid of that, I can click on the sign again. I don't need this command block here anymore. It's purely driven by this sign to make something happen. And so Draki had a good tutorial that showed you how to execute this command where you can create a sign that has, special text if you'd like. There's lots of tutorials on creating signs with special text, but that can run a command to, for instance, set a block here relative to the sign. In this case, we're creating water. And that's basically what creates this sign that makes water. So perfect. If you've seen Seth Bling's 1.8 building game video, then he does something where you have a sign that has options on it. And, mobs are turned on. But that you can basically click on to change options. So for instance, this one just cycles between day and night. It has two options. This one has three. It goes morning, noon, and evening. And so these are really cool because, for your maps or whatever you're trying to do, you can actually, have nice signs that tell you what available options there are or what option you're currently on without having to do a whole bunch of buttons or resets or anything else. It's, very visual, very clean. Just right click and you're done. So let's show you how this works. So, this is a one block thing which just creates this special sign here. This is a 3-block setup which repeats based on how many options you have. So for my 2-option sign I just have these 2 rows. For my 3-option sign I have 3 rows. If I wanted more options I could kind of just keep on stacking these vertically, or I could make it a box if I wanted to. It just changes coordinates. Basically what I have the sign do is create a block of redstone over here. So that's the night option, you can see here, and then the sign says night. I'll click on it again to turn it to day. But so my first command block is always just setting this block of redstone that gets placed back to error. So it just gets rid of it so that I can execute the command again in the future. So that didn't do anything because it's the day. The second block is where the magic happens. This is where the sign gets created, and so I'm setting the block on the sign to a wall sign, and this is the coordinate here that I care about, the Y coordinate. You can see that this is 1 up and this one is 1 down, and so what's that doing? It's targeting this specific position on the wall. So I could put that in absolute coordinates, but I'm doing it relative to the command blocks. If you wanted to save yourself some cut and pasting, you could, or math, you could actually just set that to the specific one, but I was just doing it relative for my own testing. Then you create your text, and with whatever option that you want it to be. So in this case this is the day text, and the action is setting a block of redstone at the next option in the chain. So this one, and it's relative to the sign. So this one is just going to behind the wall, which is this location. And if we look at this text block, or this sign, it's setting the block 2 up, -2, and then 2. And so that's this position. So basically the current option is setting the block of the redstone when you click on it for the next option. And so that way this keeps this really clean and simple because you have, your text on the sign for the option, and then you can do whatever else you want in terms of command blocks or redstone for that option. So this is the night sign that basically runs the night command and creates a sign that says night. This creates a sign that says night, and then when you click on that sign that says night, it's going to actually put a block up here which does the day option, and then vice versa. And so the 3 option works exactly the same, except that this one is setting a block that's even higher, -2, 4, which is up here, and then that one is setting the coordinates to just be back here at the beginning to do this time set 0 option. And that's basically all it is to it. So I hope you found this useful. It's a really kind of simple and easy way to make these command block option signs, and you can kind of do whatever else you need to after any of these paths, but it kind of keeps it nice and compact and simple to set up. And you can just kind of copy and paste and modify those coordinates, or you can kind of do absolute coordinates to save yourself one set of coordinates modified. But you're basically modifying this last little bit for the next option in the chain, and then this one to be where to place the sign, which is going to be specific from the command block, whereas this one is specific from the sign. So I'll paste all those commands for both of those chains in the description, so you can kind of see how I set it up. And otherwise, enjoy. Thank you very much.